Let's get sweaty.
Hey guys, welcome to a Shenmue Dojo video. Today's video is the rally call video for March the 4th. For those of you who aren't aware, we managed to trend twice in 24 hours over on X for the February the 4th rally call, which is a fantastic result again from the Shenmue community, and well done there. But also, we trended sort of, I guess, on Bluesky for the first time for the Tweetathon, which is fantastic news as well. Now, Bluesky doesn't quite track things like X does. We had to find a secondary site to work out what was trending and when, but the hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 did indeed trend over there as well. So there we go, that's a fantastic result, and we need to keep that momentum going into March the 4th. Obviously, the aim on X is for 10,000 posts where absolutely possible, and on Bluesky is to continue that momentum that we've had from the previous month as well. So for those of you who are new to the channel, new to the community or whatever, welcome in. Good to see you. You're probably asking, why do we do this thing? So we do this on the 4th of every month. It's been a long-running Shenmue community tradition for years now to get a hashtag going to ask for more Shenmue games and all the rest of it. So on the 4th of every month, we go out to tweet the same message at the same time with the hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4, with the aim of getting it trending on the relative platforms to then show people out there that there is a demand for future Shenmue installments, and also to just keep Shenmue out in the public limelight at the end of the day, because if we stop doing this, the public recognition goes away, and then essentially the franchise itself will eventually die, and that's not what we want. And on top of that as well, we go out and post on votes, polls, whatever we can find to keep the Shenmue name out there. So you're asking, when do we do it? Well, 4th of March, 4th of every month. That's quite self-explanatory. But we do it at a particular time. We do it together at one time every month to make sure we have the maximum impact across the day. Obviously, people do tweet across the day anyway, and we retweet as much as we can. But the idea is it all comes together at one hit, and then that takes advantage of that slow build-up through the day. It's like a massive tidal wave of Shenmue, hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 tweets to get trending on the various platforms. So this happens at 8 PM UK time, 9 PM Europe, 3 PM Eastern time, midday Pacific, and 4 AM in Japan if you are over there. And we tweet the same message at the same time. And as I said, it's then to have that tidal wave kick in after the slow build up through the day with all the hashtag tweets, all the artwork tweets and things that people put out across every 4th of the month. And thank you for the Shenmue community for going out and doing that as well. There will be some differences this month. We are going to be changing the message, and I will show it in a bit, that we are going to add Netflix games into that. They are publishing Steel Paws from Ys NET. Makes a lot of sense here. Why the hell not? Maybe they'll show an interest in the Shenmue series. I don't know. They could also show an interest in the anime, potentially as well, because obviously we know Season 1 did all right. So why not? Let's take advantage of that relationship with Netflix and Netflix games. Just see what happens there. Maybe nothing, but we lose nothing by trying all the same. Then with Bluesky, it will have its own specific message. Unfortunately, you can't schedule things on Bluesky, but I will show you how to set things up as best you can on the day itself. So you'll have to be there, active on the day, and manually put that in yourself, unless you have access to a social media tool like we do, in which case we are able to schedule our posts over there, which is great, saves us a lot of hassle. But at the moment, it doesn't have that scheduling tool like Twitter does. So until that's in, you're going to have to do that manually. Now, I'm going to say this, and I said this in the video last time. Obviously, I know some people have moved over to Bluesky for very understandable reasons. Unfortunately, X still resonates the loudest. It's just the way it is in terms of the user base. Yes, people are leaving there, but it's still the largest platform. But I am encouraging people to go on to both Bluesky and X. Now, the reason I want people doing both is that obviously we want to build a platform on Bluesky. As things go forward, we need to build the foundation for something like that. That if invariably X does just crash and burn one day, we then don't lose all the hard work from the hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 campaign, because that would be a crying shame to do so. However, I am going to ask people that if you only use your X account for the Shenmue Day stuff, that please continue doing that. Please post on both. Now, the reason being is I don't want to dilute the trend from X to Bluesky, and it then essentially has this negative impact where there's this split and the numbers don't resonate as much as they should do. So what I'm hoping, guys, is that you'll do your stuff on X as normal, you retweet, you post, and you just get out there and make as much noise as possible. If you don't use the account for the rest of the month, fantastic, carry the hell on. But please, on the 4th, if you can come out, be retweeting, tweeting the messages, tweeting the joint message, that would be fantastic to keep those numbers up. But then in the background, guys, if you can then also be posting on Bluesky and getting things going there as well, and getting that little momentum going, building that foundation there as well, hopefully then when the time comes, if the time comes, we are then able to move over there relatively successfully without too much sort of lag in terms of numbers following through and that diluting the campaign. Because that's my biggest concern here, is that the campaign itself then gets diluted and doesn't have the message that, or the carry that it should do and has done for the previous year. Bearing in mind now, if we trend again, this will be 11 months in a row. That is insane. So we're nearly at a year consistent trending on X, which is a fantastic result, and I don't want to lose that now. We put in too much work, too much hard work for the Shenmue community to drop the ball now. I get the issues with X, I really do. That's why we're building on Bluesky. But please, 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 please post on both. It will help Shenmue and the franchise at no end, and also allowed us to build those foundations. So, for those of you who have never done this before, I'm going to show a demo off. And for everybody who is on Bluesky but isn't quite sure about it, I'm going to show a demo off there as well, to show how you can post on there with your relative accounts. So coming up on the screen right now, and this is all in the YouTube description below if you need it, are the various messages. So here's the Word document, but also I'll pop up a better image so you can see it as well. So the X one's at the top, and you can see here it's pretty much the same message. I've removed the hashtag RIA for VF6, but added in Netflix games there, and I'll come on to the Bluesky version very shortly. So we're going to do X first. So you copy and paste this over. So you go over to your X account, just pop that in there. Now if you've got your own artworks or something, please do use that. Otherwise, do feel free to use the fantastic video that Jibby has done. It's sort of symbolic with it, I guess, now as well, which is fantastic. So all you need to do is space it out. You'll have a very tight character count, 5 left. Then I'm just going to very, very quickly just add in the video. So that'll be popping up just there. And then you hit the schedule button here. You should, most of you will be familiar with this anyway. Go down to March 4th and then 8. Change that to PM. And it will work it out for your relative time zone as well. So if, for example, you're Eastern time, it will say Eastern time here. So you'll be putting in then 3 PM Eastern time. Hit confirm. Hit schedule. And away you go. Everything is then sorted. Now, when you come over to Bluesky, it is very familiar in terms of the layout to Twitter. It's very much a stripped back version. There's lots of things coming for it, but again, I'm going to give you a very, very quick demo on how this comes together and how you can make sure the relative message works at the time. So coming up on the screen right now, you're going to see the Bluesky page for the dojo, and in the tab up here you can see the Bluesky version of the message underneath the X message here. So again, it's very similar, but you'll notice that the tags are slightly different, and not everybody that we tag on X is over on Bluesky just yet. But again, you just copy and paste this over. So you hit new post on Bluesky, copy that over, space it out as you need to. Now what probably you've already noticed here is the tags haven't actually pulled through yet themselves. So what you need to do is click at the end of each one and make sure they go blue. So what it will bring up is a note to say what account do you want to tag. Just click the relevant one and it will then pull through as blue. So you will know that it's worked by pulling through like that. So you can just see what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to the end, pulling it through. Epic Games, Sega Japan, Sega West, there we go. So then 8 PM UK, 9 PM Europe, 3 PM Eastern, midday Pacific, and 4 AM Japan in the morning. If you do that at that specific time on the 4th of March, hit post with this message all set up and ready to go, it will go out, it will tag everybody, and then hopefully we will then have that hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 trending in some way, shape or form over on Bluesky as well. As I say, it's still very early over there, so it may not appear in the main sort of trending bit, and that is in its beta phase itself. It doesn't track things the same way as X does, but all the same, it's important to build the foundations over there, but not lose the momentum and the focus we've had on X, and that is very, very, very important to how we get this message going forward. As ever, guys, thank you to the Shenmue community who come out and support this and are understanding with how we're putting things forward in terms of getting this message out there and why we're doing the things the way we're doing them. Always open to other suggestions as how we can maximize the message as much as possible. But as I say, guys, thank you so much for all of you who come out every month and support this initiative across the Shenmue community, because without you guys the message doesn't resonate and then we end up just tweeting into thin air and nobody really gives a monkeys, and unfortunately the franchise will die. Don't forget, guys, give us a like, share, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all the usual places you can find us. Any questions around the tweetathon, obviously let us know. All the information that you will need is in the YouTube description below, so you can just copy and paste the links into the various browsers that you use, pull things through as you need to, and away you go. As ever, guys, thank you for dropping in on this video content. I will see you on March the 4th for hopefully trending 11 months in a row, 10,000 posts on X, and trending again on Bluesky. And I will be back with a video in the not too distant future. But for now, guys, take care and have a good one.